morning. Today is April 6th, Monday of quarter 4. I am super excited to be back with all of you. I'm a little bit sad that I can't physically be with all of you, so I'm giving you guys all virtual hugs, fist pumps, elbows, whatever you guys want. But I am missing you guys so much. So today's video is just gonna go over like the overview of the entire quarter. I'm gonna go over your syllabus. I did create a new one just because this quarter is going to be a little bit different, and I'll touch upon that in a little bit. I will also talk about like what to expect, what I'm expecting from you, and what I hope you're expecting from me. And then also I do want to kind of ground us on like why are we still learning. So at the beginning of this video, I hope you guys read the quote that I put up, and that quote itself resonates so much with me. Growing up, my mom, she would always tell me, lo que aprendes nunca te lo van a quitar, es tuyo y solamente tuyo. And that stuck to me, like I tattooed it in my heart and my brain so much, because it's true. Right? Whatever we learn, nobody can ever undo it. Nobody can ever unlearn it, and this is why we're still learning. The same way like the quote said, one of the things that I really liked is that it said, study because you want to study, right? Because nobody can take that away from you, and it's only to better yourself. You guys really need to believe that knowledge is power. That's the only way we're gonna move forward. So again, I know it's going to be really hard for you to study, to find your space and your groove, but you guys need to believe it so much that you're learning for yourself. You're not learning for anybody else. It's for you only, okay? So I do need you guys to ground yourself in that. I don't know if you guys need to like sit at your desk or your space for a little bit and then remind yourself, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I waking up at 8:30 in the morning to do work when we're in such a tricky situation with like the pandemic and just knowing like the different obstacles that our family is going through? But I really need you guys to believe and ground yourself in knowing that like knowledge is power, and knowledge is something that nobody is ever going to take away from you. Nobody can ever take that away from you, and the more you know, the better you become. Do this to better yourself, nobody else but yourself. Okay, so please ground yourself on that throughout this entire quarter, because it's gonna get tricky. And the couch looks so comfortable, the bed looks so comfortable, but we cannot let that overpower our want to learn more and more every single day. Okay, so if you guys noticed, I am in a different space for this video and for the rest of the videos. I decided to come home with my parents because I'd rather be here with them and help them out with like groceries and things like that. So I'm home. I came to what used to be my brother's room and give you a quick tour of the way I set up. The reason I'm doing this is because I hope that you guys are also setting up at home. So the board is now here on the wall, and then this is my area. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna be working from. So take like about 2 to 3 minutes. You can pause me if you want, and fix your little area of where you're gonna be working at, okay? All right, so go ahead and pause me if you need to do that. If not, if you're already there, great. So let's continue on. What we're going to do is the syllabus. So if you go on your Canvas account, let me bring it up. If you go on your Canvas account for Monday, please make sure you're checking that every single day under like the time that it's expected, your learning objective and due dates and all of that. You find your syllabus. So make sure, give me a second, sorry. Make sure that's open. So right now I'm just gonna go over like the basic stuff. Hopefully you guys have time to read over it, but I'm gonna go over the basic stuff of what I'm expecting from all of you and what you guys are going to be expecting this fourth quarter. So the reason why I decided to create a new syllabus is because I hope that you guys were informed that quarter 4 will be virtual. So that means that we're going to be online the entire quarter. So things are going to change a little bit in the classroom, okay? So my course objective, please read it. I took so long to do that. Read it. I poured my heart out into that. But the main part that I want you guys to really read is the way I'm going to measure success is going to be a little bit different. I understand that we're under like a pandemic, and I get it, the obstacles that comes with. So I'm not going to measure success through what we would usually in the classroom, right? What that means, it's like exams, quizzes, exit tickets. I'm still going to give you guys those. However, my main concern of how I'm going to measure that you're succeeding is a little bit different, and that goes through ganas, self-accountability, and communication, and discipline. That's the way I'm going to measure your success. So I understand that some of us may not have like the best internet. We may not have a space. We have to create a space. We have to take care of siblings. So this is why, if you communicate things like, hey miss, I couldn't turn this in because I had this with time, okay? So not the day when it's due, but like with time, I'm going to understand and I will gladly give you an extension. See, that's communicating. Self-discipline, turning in things on time, and if you couldn't do it, then communicating, right? What was the other one? And ganas. I just need to see that you're making the effort. Again, this is why I started with that quote. Make sure that you are not doing this for anybody but yourself. You need to learn because you want to. Because you want to learn, not because we're obligating. You should want to learn to better yourself and to empower yourself. So this is why this quarter I'm going to measure you through like the ganas that you put into it, the communication between you and I, through a screen, email, Google Hangouts, or if you need my number, I will gladly give it to you, okay? So that's our course objective. If we keep going, course materials, everything's gonna be found on on Canvas. So just like you found the syllabus the same way we did it the last week of quarter 3, everything's going to be on there. And if it's not on there, please email me right away. But you'll find everything on there. I'm going to try to make it as simple and clear as possible so you guys can go through it. The one thing that I am going to ask for you all to do is, let me see, make sure that you're always reading the class objective, and that you're always reading the to-do list, and that you're always watching these videos. Some of your quiz questions are going to come out of things that I say from these videos. So that's going to tell me whether you are watching them or not. So if you get them right or wrong. I feel like there's one thing that's missing. I think I'm missing something, but I'll come back to it if I remember. Okay, so that's course materials. Again, everything will be found on Canvas. And then moving on, mindfulness and health. So make sure you take care of yourself. I'm expecting you to do about like 40 to 50 minutes of math every day. Please keep a timer. Do not go over it. Do not go over those 50, 45, 40 minutes, because it's important that you put boundaries, okay? You're taking that much time, that means that I'm doing something that I shouldn't. That means I need to shorten the assignments, or maybe I need to reach out more, or you need to reach out to me, say, miss, I'm not understanding. Can we figure this out? You should not be taking longer than 50 minutes per day for my subject and for any other subject, okay? Please be super mindful of your health. It's super important. Take care of yourself. So here are the policy changes of like the grading system. So the one thing that I'm changing majorly is, but just read it. But the one thing that I'm changing majorly is your quizzes. So what I'm thinking for your quizzes, it's going to be either like pass or no pass. So what that means is if I give you a quiz that has 5 questions and you only get 2.5 correct, then that would be considered a pass, so I'll give you full credit. However, if you get 2.5 or if you only get like 2 points, that means you didn't pass the quiz, so that would be a no credit. So it's either full credit or no credit. And you could, of course, resubmit. We'll just have to talk about that. And again, it's just like communication between you and I. Okay, there's gonna be absolutely no penalties for your late work, so please just turn in something, turn it in. Partial credit better than no credits. Classwork expectation, again, 40 to 50 minutes each day. On the syllabus, there's a breakdown of the way I'm gonna grade you. A lot of it is just gonna come from your work, from the task, IXLs that I assign you, Delta Math if I assign you Delta Math. And then again, the quizzes are pass or no pass. Exams, we'll talk about that later once we figure it out and how we're going to do that. And then I am hoping to do performance tasks this quarter, so we'll see once we get there how that's gonna look. And then lastly, quarter 4. So I should have mentioned this earlier, but this video is for both my pre-calc and my geometry classes, just because today for Monday I'm going over the same stuff with both of you. So on your syllabus, you'll see the geometry new concepts that we're going to go over, and then also for pre-calc. So pre-calc, hope you guys are super excited. We're almost done with pre-calc. We're going to review everything for like 2 weeks, and then we're going to move on and start calculus stuff. So derivatives and everything, super exciting. Okay, so I think that's it in terms of the syllabus. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Okay, I think, yeah, that's like the biggest concepts that I wanted to, or the biggest points that I wanted to cover. So then my next thing on my list is quarter 4 virtual classroom focus. So again, focus is very different from our usual physical in the classroom focus, just because we're through a screen, and it gets really tricky. All right. One thing I am going to emphasize is to please communicate with me when you're having trouble. Please do not wait until the last minute to do so. I need you guys to pair up with a buddy or something. Hey, text them, hey, like, how are you doing with the math? How are you doing with chem? How are you doing with English? And so on and forward. Okay, please we cannot let each other slip. We're still a familia through videos, right? But we're still there for each other, and we need to make sure we do that even now, with even more. Okay, please text one another, check up on each other, and ask each other questions. I still want to keep going on that, like, that community that you guys are building, that we're building in the classroom onto here. It doesn't stop just because we're away from each other. Okay, lastly, make sure you do your exit ticket. It's something super fun that I found out scrolling from Instagram, but I'm like, this is such an interesting concept, and I thought about all of you guys when I saw this. So please take it. And then I have office hours at 2. Okay, that hasn't changed. It's gonna remain at 2, so join me if you guys want to, just to say hi. And then I think that is about all. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Email me, Gchat me, text me, whatever it is that you guys need, please let me know. Okay, I love you guys all so much. I'm sending you guys so many hugs, and we'll see each other soon.